How to not to lose your residency in Spain in 2025. Imagine 40% of startup visa holder lost it. And imagine 25% of holders of Digital Nomad Visa lost it too. What you need to make to not to lose your visa? You need to watch my new video right now. Hey, Alina is here, directly from Barcelona. How to not to lose your student visa. Guys, if you're a student here, it's really simple. You need to study, you need to visit your classes, and you need to finish your course with success. So you need to pass the exams, okay? So it's kind of the basics. So of course, how you can lose your student visa? First of all, just ignore the classes. You are sleeping at home and you are not studying. That's how you can lose your visa. Next one, for example, you have permit to work for 30 hours per week, but you decide to work, I don't know, 50, 60 hours. That can be a problem. Then maybe you are studying, maybe you're even visiting your classes, but you are not studying well, let's say. And when you need to pass the exams, you didn't pass them. So it's mean what? You can lose your student visa, or maybe they will not prolong you the next one. So my main advice for the students, please study well, okay? And if you work, just be in amazing balance between work and education, okay? So if you are working, that's okay, but you still need to study and you still need to pass your exams, okay? So of course, it's really important at least to visit 80% of your classes. And if you're missing some classes, maybe you go to visit your parents, maybe you were working too much, or maybe, I don't know, you were ill, you need to call to university, you need to call to your school, and you need to tell them, guys, sorry, I will be missed, okay, next classes. And anyway, they will compensate you, they will give you another classes, maybe even private one with the teachers. And of course, guys, it's really important to always have your documents actual, okay? So for example, documents from your school, you need to have for all the period of your education or your university, okay? So it's really important when you are studying, you have the documents for all your education periods. So if you are studying like bachelor program, you need to have the matricula, the main certificate of education for 4 years of all bachelor program, not only for one, okay? Another permit that you can lose is No Lucrativa Visa or Financial Independent Visa. It's really easy one because the main pillars, the main points of this visa, it's you have to live in Spain more than 183 days per year. You don't need to work because you don't have right to work. And of course, you need to be actually this financial independent person that you are saying that you are, okay? So you need to have on your bank account at least 30,000 euro for yourself. And you need to be aware of it. If you want to prolong this visa, it will be prolongation for 2 years. So it means that if for the first 1 year visa you were showing that you have 30,000 euro per year on your bank account, then you need to show 60,000 euro on your bank account because you will prolong it for 2 years. So actually this visa is kind of really simple. You just need to keep up everything what you were promising. You were saying that you are financial independent and you have passive income, okay? That's the first. Then you were saying that I will not work, not in Spain, not in another country, so you are not working. And third of all, you have obligations to be mostly of the year, most part of the year in Spain, more than 183 years. So where can be mistake? First of all, maybe you will lose your passive income. Okay, that can be a problem. Then maybe you are travel too much and you forget about your stamps, you didn't count the days and you actually missed some and you were there, you were here less than 183, okay? And of course, a lot of people, they try to work with No Lucrativa Visa and they're saying, oh, nobody know about that. Of course, Spain cannot check like all your life, all your countries, all your activities, no? But you need to be aware that Spanish tax agency, they're aware of everything. They can check in some strange moment of your life what you're doing, how money are coming to you, and what you are showing to the tax agency. So for not having any problem with tax agency of Spain, it's better to not to work if you have No Lucrativa Visa. For any type of visa, you can find universal requirements. So it's really important. First of all, renew health insurance 30 days before expiry. Okay, so your health insurance have to be always actual. Okay, update address registration within 50 days of moving. So it's really important. If you change your location, of course, you need to update your empadronamiento, so your registration in the flat. It's not automatical. You need to go with your new rental contract and show it and obtain new hoja de empadronamiento. You need to obtain new list of registration in this flat. And of course, you need to apply for permit renewal 60 days before expiration date. So it's really important not to kind of start all the document process in the last day. Okay, so if you know that you need to prolongate your visa, you need to start at least 2 months before. Digital Nomad Visa, it's another visa that you can have a risk to lose. Why? Because imagine, only in the first quarter of 2025, already 25% of these visas holders lose this visa. Imagine, 25%. Every fourth person who has this visa, they just lost it. Why digital nomads are losing their visas? Because first of all, they are forgetting to register as self-employed. So they need to be registered as autónomo, but they just don't do it. Then you need to pay taxes. Of course, you need to pay taxes first of all, and you need to pay social security quote. Okay? Then it's really important, of course, fill in your tax declaration, and then you don't have any right to work for a Spanish company. You need to work only remotely. So a lot of people, they think, okay, I will obtain digital nomad visa and then I will work for a Spanish company. You can do so, but only if you modify your visa. So you obtain digital nomad visa, for example, you continue to work for the same company 2-3 months, then you find the company here, then you obtain the contract from them, and then you switch your digital nomad visa for work visa or for high qualified visa. That's you can do, but you cannot work with digital nomad visa, with visado de teletrabajador for Spanish companies. Okay, it's really important. So guys, actually for digital nomad rules are really simple. When you obtain this visa, first what you need to do is register as self-employed. Then you need to pay your taxes, you need to pay your social security quote, and then you need to declare your invoices, declare your taxes every year in tax agency. Okay, so don't worry about that, because you always can get help. You just can find any gestor, any accountant. You can use a lot of platforms for that. You can make it by yourself. You can use some professional help, but just don't ignore it, because that's how you can lose your digital nomad visa. Another critical visa, startup visa. Let's start with the most affected category, startup visa holders. With a 40% cancellation rate, this is officially a crisis. So imagine, every second, every third person lost their startup visa, startup permit. So guys, it's really important. If you are creating a business plan, if you are creating a company in Spain, you need to have it alive. Okay, so if you are promised to them that you will make some innovations, that you will, I don't know, create something new, that you will make something special here in the country, you need at least to start and try. Okay, and of course you need to register all your business processes so they can see the improvement, they can see your way, they can see your growth. Okay, so a lot of people who obtain actually this visado de emprendedor, entrepreneur visa, they actually don't do nothing. They are not registering the company, they are not making any business processes, they are not hiring, they are not, I don't know, even talking to the partners, you know. And when they have the negation, cancellation of their visa, they can't do nothing because they don't have any proofs that they were doing something, because they didn't. Okay, so guys, it's really important. If you have so valuable, so perfect visa, a startup visa that give you the right to work in Spain, give you the right to grow and actually develop your business, you need to play this hard. You need to use it. Okay, and if you will not use it, what they will do in 3 months, in 6 months, they will just cancel your visa. So guys, what you should do, first of all, if you promise that you will create something new, something innovative, at least start to do it, okay? Then you need to register your steps, write emails, I don't know, write something, write to the clients in CRM, okay? Update your web page, write article, make blogs, okay? So make a buzz about some movements, okay? Then, of course, guys, don't forget to register the company, don't forget to pay the taxes if you have any financial activity inside of your company. And if you want to prolong your visa, you need to understand that you need to show some improvement. So if you are promising that you will have, I don't know, 1 million revenue per year, at least you need to have 100,000, you know? So you need to do at least something. Maybe everything what you promised didn't work, but some need to work, and you need to have a way to show it. And what about consequences? Guys, you need to understand that they not just kind of cancel your visa in one day, but they make it really faster. Actually, I will tell you from my experience working with relocation that I see the dynamic. Like every day is really harder to obtain the visa, to obtain the permits, but every day it's really easier to lose it. Okay, so you need to be aware twice. First of all, when you obtain your first permit, and then when you keep it, and then actually triple when you prolong it. Okay, so you need to be aware about your documents, about all your dates on these documents. Because it's important to understand that it's not only about your temporal permit, it's about what you will do in the future. Okay, so first of all, you can lose your first permit, and then if you lose it, of course, you can make some steps. What you can do? First of all, you can prove that you fixed the problem. For example, you didn't register the company as startup visa holder, you register it. For example, you didn't pay taxes as digital nomad visa holder, you paid it. So first of all, what you can do just to fix the problem, at least to try it. Okay, then you can make recurso. You can appeal to the court and say, please return to me my visa. Okay, and what you can do next, just apply for another visa, new one. Okay, so actually what you can do is just try every step possible to return back your visa or to obtain another new one. Okay, so anyway, I always said that it's not end of the world. Of course, denegation or cancellation, it's really painful, but still you will have another option to live in the country, this country or another country, depends how you are doing now. And you need to know that in Spain, we always have arraigo possibility. So even if you are in illegal status, in the time you can kind of modify it to the legal one. Okay, so don't worry, again, it's not the end of the world. And another really important point, that it's not only about your temporal permit, it's about your permanent permit. Okay, so it's important to count the days when you are living here in Spain. Okay, so if you want to obtain your permanent permit, it means that during 5 years you need to live in the country 4 years at least. Okay, 4 years and actually 2 months. So you cannot leave the country in summary more than 10 months. Okay, so in 5 years, most of the times you need to be here in Spain. And if you want to obtain nationality, for some countries 2 years, for some country 10 years, you need to be here, you need to live here. Okay, so it's really important for you to understand that you need to make everything not to lose your visa, and then to make everything to prolong your visa. And then, of course, if you have enough conditions, you need to apply for permanent permit. Why? Because it's really helpful, it's really useful. You will not kind of obtain again and again and again the same temporal permit. No, you will apply only once for 5 years, then for 10 years, and then you have a passport. So guys, here are my advices for you not to lose your precious permit in Spain. And you need to know that you need to take care of permits for yourself and for your family. And if you need any help with that, you need to contact Alina. Thank you for watching this. Bye bye, see you in the next one.